Hello and welcome to Ivy Times TV. I'm Sally Turner, joined here today with reporter Amanda Remling to discuss the third instalment of American Horror Story, Coven. Amanda, last week the first episode got a record audience, 5.5 million people. So do you think this is going to be the most successful instalment?
Definitely. What's cool about this is that, we're going into its third season, but from the start, everyone was kind of confused as what American Horror Story was. Was it a miniseries? Was it a continuation? Because it has returning characters, a lot of fans were confused at how these characters evolved from this person and into that. For instance, Jessica Lange's character Constance in the season 1 Murder House, how did she become a nun in the 60s? So fans were confused. So I think it's finally people are understanding what the show's really about, how it's a miniseries, how it's a new story every season. And on top of it, we had this awesome social media campaign, which nobody's really at home watching TV. Everyone's at work, and you have these videos and these posters right at the tip of your fingers, on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
There's also some big names, Kathy Bates, Emma Roberts, just to name a few. How much impact do you think those celebrities had on the big numbers?
I think it's huge. You have the returning the returning cast members that fans have loved from the beginning. But Kathy Bates' character is based on a true life person, this mad woman who terrorized Louisiana in the 1800s. So I think fans are looking forward to seeing that come to life. On top of it, Kathy Bates is just amazing.
She's incredible.
And then we have Emma Roberts, who I think what everyone's really looking forward to is just seeing her interact with her real life boyfriend, Evan Peters. And Evan Peters and Emma Roberts actually got into a little bit of a scuffle in July when filming just started for American Horror Story, and Emma Roberts was actually arrested. So reportedly, according to the Montreal cops, Evan Peters had a bloody nose and bite marks on him. And so I think fans are kind of interested to see how they play on screen. And on top of it, he's supposed to be a love interest for Taissa Farmiga. So I think everyone's looking for a love triangle and to see a little bit of Emma Roberts' sassy side come out.
Maybe she's a method actor and that's why she was biting him.
Could be.
Tell me about the kind of backlash on social media after the rape scene with Emma Roberts on the first episode.
Well, she, for some reason, I think just as a beautiful young actress, she has a lot of people that are haters online. And what happened when people saw that rape scene is she had a lot of people that were saying oh, I'm glad that happened to her, and just a lot of terrible things like that, which is not okay in any instance to say for anything, but it's kind of sad to see that she has this outlook on her, and I don't know what it stems from. It's just jealousy over Evan Peters. A lot of maybe he's like a Robert Pattinson character to some people, but yeah, there was some nasty backlash on Facebook and Twitter.
Well, I think from the first episode she did a great job. I love her character, so I can't wait to see where that goes. But we've got episode 2 tomorrow, so what spoilers do you have for us?
It's going to be insane. So if you haven't watched it, you should turn off this video
Turn off now.
But next, this coming episode, as we know, Zoe and Madison, they flipped over the bus and they killed Evan Peters' character Kyle and a bunch of the other frat guys. Well, there's going to be some backlash for that, and what's going to happen is the cops are going to show up to the door of the school that they're at, and they're going to start asking some questions. Fortunately, the girls have Fiona, the Supreme Witch, on their side, and she kind of gets the cops out of there quickly, but she kind of scares them a little bit along the way. So we'll see that. We'll also see Cordelia's husband, Hank, and we'll see that they've been having some fertility issues, and Cordelia is going to turn to magic, something that we saw in episode 1 that she's not really comfortable with. So we'll see how she decides to do with that. And then we'll also get a little bit more of Kathy Bates and how she's dealing with her transition from being in a box for hundreds of years to, not hundreds of years, being in the box for a while to now living in modern day.
So she's going to be a long-time character on this season?
For the foreseeable future, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Nobody really makes it out okay in American Horror Story, so I'm not sure how long she'll make it.
And this is the third installment, so what are the odds that American Horror Story is going to follow suit of Breaking Bad and, kind of stop in the peak of their popularity, or is there going to be a fourth installment? Do we know yet?
Well, it's not official, but Ryan Murphy's already saying that Jessica Lange has already signed on for a fourth season. What makes American Horror Story different from Breaking Bad is that American Horror Story can get, there's all these different plot lines and so many ways they can explore the show. So they're doing that by making all these new characters and all these new developments. So I don't think it's going to go that way. Ryan Murphy just said that he can see 10, 12, 15 years of American Horror Story seasons. And it just really depends on if people keep turning back to watch and if he can keep securing the fantastic cast that he has.
Well, I'll be tuning in tomorrow. It's fantastic. Thank you, Amanda.
You got it.